Hello and welcome back to the Road to Good Cooking. I hope you all had a great holiday season. Now that the holidays are over with, it's time to get back to eating a little healthier, right? I'm making ratatouille, one of my favorite vegetable dishes. Ratatouille is a fancy French name for a stewed vegetable dish. It can be served as a delicious side dish or served as a dinner entree. Today I'm making a tasty thin crust ratatouille pizza, and I will show you a few other time-saving dinner ideas using this savory vegetable dish. Ratatouille thin crust pizza is a great way to trick your kids into eating more veggies. All you have to do is put the veggies on a pizza crust, cover it with tasty cheese, and bake it to a bubbly goodness. They won't even know they're eating something healthy. So let's not tell them. Here's the ingredients for my ratatouille. I have 1 large onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 medium eggplant, sprigs of fresh thyme, fresh basil leaves, Italian parsley, 1 green bell pepper, 1 red bell pepper, 2 zucchinis, 2 medium yellow squash, and 3 Roma tomatoes. It looks like springtime, doesn't it? I have a lot of slicing, dicing, and chopping to do, so I better get started. And I'm going to do this all through my cooking process. Yeah. My onions and my garlic are nice and soft. I will continue my layering process until all my veggies are incorporated and cooked. I will be adding the fresh thyme and the basil and parsley at the end. I'll adjust the kosher salt and the ground black pepper if I need to. Just added my eggplant and add a little bit of olive oil if you need to during the layering process. Now I'm going to add my herbs and finished cooking my ratatouille. Now I reduced the heat to low. I'm going to cover my pan and I'm going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes or so, or long enough for all those delicious flavors to blend together. Everything. Now, I told you earlier that I was going to simmer my veggies for about 15 minutes. I had simmered mine for about 8 minutes because I like my veggies kind of al dente. So if you like yours a little bit softer, just cook it a little bit further. Now it's time for me to get started on my thin crust pizza. After I check this out. Oh, look at that. I topped it with mozzarella cheese. Oh! That's really good. The only thing is missing is some crusty bread, so you can sop up all that juice. But being as I'm trying to eat healthy, I will forego the crusty bread. Pizza time. Oh my word, that's good. You're gonna love this. Okay, I'm back. Last night I got involved in watching the football playoffs, so I didn't make my pizza last night, so I'm making it the next day. So, I'm going to be making my pizza crust according to the recipe that's on the back of this yeast package. This recipe is tasty and is really easy to make. All you need is a stand mixer like I have over here, or a food processor. If you don't have either one, guess you're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. You're going to have to mix it by hand, or ask your man nicely, toss that hair, you know, look at him and say, baby, would you help me mix this, please? Or not. When it comes to making amazing pizza crust, you really need a pizza stone. I've had my pizza stone for over 20 years, and this baby is still making the best pizza in town. A pizza stone is great for reheating your pizza the next day. When I'm reheating mine, all I do is place it in a preheated 425 degree oven, place the cold pizza on my stone, reheat it, and it is ready to eat in 5 or 6 minutes. I love pizza the next day with a cup of coffee, maybe a splash of Bailey's. FYI, now if you don't have a pizza stone, you can make your pizza with a sheet pan, which is a long square one, or a pizza pan, which is round. Now, keep in mind, you're not going to get that nice, crispy, crunchy crust on the bottom like you would using a pizza stone. And if you don't have a sheet pan or a pizza pan, it's time for you to go shopping. Really, seriously, for real. In my mixing bowl, I've added 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 package of the pizza crust yeast, 1 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, and 3/4 teaspoons of salt. Now I'm going to mix everything together to make sure everything is well incorporated. And in my pot here, I've added 2/3 cup of water and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And you don't want your liquids to get any hotter than 120 degrees. I'm going to gradually add it to my dry ingredients. As you can see, my dough is well incorporated. Now I'm going to gradually add enough flour until a soft dough ball is formed. And do it about half a cup at a time, so we won't put too much flour in here. Okay, as you can see, my dough finally came together. It doesn't take it long for it to come together once you start it. And what you want here is your dough to be nice and soft, but not sticky. Just knead it for a second, get it in a nice round ball so you can roll it out nicely. And that's what you're going to end up with. I sprayed my pizza stone with a canola oil spray, and I'm letting it rest for a few minutes. I rolled out my pizza dough and it's ready to go. Here are my toppings. I took 1 sun-dried pepper and diced it up. I diced up 1 roasted pepper. I have 2 basil leaves that I sliced really thin. 1 1/2 cups of my ratatouille that I made last night. And as you can see, I still have a ton of ratatouille left over. This is even after Jerry and I had dinner last night with a bowl each. So I still have enough for a couple more meals. I have 1/3 cup of Asiago cheese and 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese, 6 pieces of pepperoni that'll keep my oven is preheating to 425 degrees. My pizza will bake for about 12 to 15 minutes. Then I'm going to remove it and let it rest for a few minutes before I slice it. Then it is time to dig in. Now the only thing I did off camera, I added a little bit more cheese because my Jerry loves lots of cheese, so I added about 1/4 cup more of mozzarella cheese. Here's my finished creation. I let it rest for 5 minutes before I sliced it. And look at the bottom of this bad boy. Oh, nice and crispy. Look at that. Now, why are you still buying pizza out when you can make it at home just like this? Now it's time to dig in. You're going to love this. Just finished my ratatouille pizza and it was awesome, just like I knew it would be. Alright, now for those of you who purchased my cookbook, check out the ratatouille recipe on page 23. Really good. And if you would like to order a copy of my cookbook, go to my website at www.theroadtogoodcooking.com. Thank you for stopping by my cooking channel, and make sure you stop by tomorrow to check out the recipe that I'm going to make with the remainder of my ratatouille. See you tomorrow.